Here's the next model. It's called the objective outcome webinar. And here's the concept behind what I call the objective webinar model, the objective outcome webinar model. It looks like this. It's a very, I'm a consultant, I'm not a salesperson positioning. You basically get them on the webinar, and the webinar framework works like this. My goal is to help you find the best way to solve blank, whatever the big problem is. Now, I have a solution for solving blank. It's one of the many options that's available to you in the marketplace. There's certainly many others. You've probably heard of them. Some of them you've considered. Maybe some of them you've even spent money with. Now, obviously, I feel mine is the best, but that's not my goal to sell you my platform today, to sell you my solution, to sell you my product, to sell you my whatever it is, right? My primary goal is to help you choose the solution that is right for you when it comes to blank. And hopefully, if I do my job right, I'm pretty confident it'll be my solution. But if it's not, I'm okay with that. If we leave this webinar and you decide that there's a better solution than mine and I helped you make that decision, I will still consider this a success. All right, now think about this for a second. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. What do you feel when you hear something like that? Because I can tell you, clients fall into one of two camps when I tell them this model or explain to this. The first one is they get scared. They're like, I don't want people to know about my competition. My goal is to sell stuff, Jason. Are you stupid? I don't want them. I just don't want to be the Santa Claus that goes out there and helps people and then hope it comes back to me. And there's a lot of trepidation around that concept, right? First of all, whether or not you like to admit it, your customers are selfishly looking at your competition already. And your competition is telling them all sorts of things, most of it lies. But they don't know what to believe and what not to believe. Nobody else is taking the position that you just took if you take this position that I put on the slide here. So immediately you get additional leverage and credibility that nobody else gets. And so that's really powerful. But here's this, but whether or not you want to admit it, people are going to look at it. So it's better to put it on the offense as opposed to be on the defense, okay? But here's the second camp people fall into. They get it. They say, oh, because I can control the narrative, I can pick and choose what matters for them to focus on and then put myself to compare to the industry standard. And as a result, I am going to be put on a platform higher than everybody else. I'm going to be a non-comparable because I can control what we're comparing and what we're talking about. And that's the brilliance of it. So you simultaneously get huge credibility because people let their guard down. They say, okay, he's not here to sell me, or she's not here to sell me. She's here to help inform me. And then we can take them to this thing. So I did a consult last week with the CEO of Kajabi. And we have another call today, part 2. It's interesting. And this is what I told Jonathan. I said, Jonathan, you need to create the webinar. Now, by the way, very, very interesting. If you look at this site, and if you go to kajabi.com, you're going to notice they're running 2 webinars right now. There's a webinar at the top, that header. So that's really smart. It's really smart to do a webinar. An on-demand webinar would be perfect for this. The 5 keys to selling online courses, join the free webinar, right? That'd be a perfect way to promote an on-demand webinar. But here's the problem. And this is not specific to Kajabi because everybody does this wrong. Nobody does this right, except for you after watching this webinar here today. They're attempting to give information on how to do better online courses in the hopes that then somebody says, oh, now I know how to do better online courses, and Kajabi can help me fulfill and serve those online courses, therefore I'll buy Kajabi. It never works that way, though. I was on Design Pickle's website the other day. Have you ever heard of Design Pickle? Very interesting company. We're going to play with them and try to work a deal with them. I'll keep you in the loop on that. It's specifically for my webinar clients, right? But he's using a webinar in a very interesting way with a chat bot to get you registered. Very, very clever. But then he gets on and he talks about basic design concepts and design principles and the difference between, high-end luxury design and why it's so challenging and low-end commodity design and so on and so forth. And I'm like, the problem with this is it's missing the boat. It's educating, but education in a different direction than what the platform is. So he could use this as well as Kajabi. A lot of people can. Let me just show you. And it's not platform specific. It can be for products too. But let me just show you. This was the example I gave to Jonathan at Kajabi. I said, here's what you should come out on your webinar. Your webinar should be built all around this concept, and it is as follows. You say, our goal here is to help digital marketers have the best solution when it comes to launching products, fulfilling those products, creating marketing pages, landing pages, conversion campaigns, all that stuff in the easiest, stress-free way imaginable without having to have a million different add-ons. It just works, right? That's our goal. We will die happy and feel like we will go to heaven if we just help the internet be better at this. And our goal is the same whether you end up using Kajabi or a different platform. And you can name names or not name names. That's just a matter of taste, right? It doesn't matter. You can name other people's names. I prefer not to name names because I love them to then name their own names and fill in the blanks in their own head. I would even say things like, I'm sure that Kajabi isn't the only platform you're looking at to accomplish X, Y, Z. Am I correct in that assumption? And I bet you've noticed that all these other platforms out there all promise this big solution, and they all talk about what they can do for you, and they all say what the others can't do for you and why they're the best. But I bet you're kind of confused. Okay? Am I hitting a nerve with anybody? And everybody's going to be like, yes, yes, yes. You say, here's what's interesting. And I speak as somebody who already owns a platform and created a platform. Let me tell you this for the whole world to hear. The platform really does not matter. It's your plan going into utilizing the platform. That's what matters. If you stick this and understand this, then whether you use Kajabi or somebody else is less important than your plan going in to the platform. If you have the right plan, then the platform will be obvious that you should choose, whether it's us or somebody else. But without the right plan, it doesn't matter. You could have all the platforms for free, and you're going to be worse off, not better off. Do I have your attention? You can feel that, can't you? Now, can you imagine that framework? Can you imagine how you would promote that webinar? That would be your invitation to join the webinar from your homepage right there. It'd be like, we're going to help you find the best platform, even if it's not us. Ooh, now that has powerful. So here's some other ways that people could use this frame. So Zoom could use this. Our goal is to make you a more effective webinar presenter, regardless if you go with our webinar platform or if you go with GoToWebinars. They wouldn't name names, but you get it, right? ClickFunnels could do this. Our goal is to help you build the highest converting funnels, regardless of whether you use us or somebody else. But we're going to teach you about what really matters. And what really matters is less important is the platform or the software. What's more important is your approach. And by arming them with the approach and then putting the software in front of them, that's just convenience. They will buy out of convenience every single time. The psychology just works incredibly well. Genius webinars. So my position is, in the pitches we're testing these days, is my goal is I hate seeing really bad webinars out there. So if I could just take a bad webinar and make it good, I don't even care whether you buy a product that I created or a product that somebody who was influenced by me created. My goal is to right the wrong that exists out there with these really bad webinars because they're giving us all a bad name. So my goal here today is to help you become better at webinars. And then, regardless if you buy my product or somebody else's product, doesn't matter to me that much. But I feel if I show you how to be an effective webinar, you'll buy all of our products because you'll make so much damn money. Anyway, what does it take to be a good webinar presenter? Really, what does it take to be qualified and effective with, webinars? You get it, right? Works for other people's products. So when we were promoting Amazing Selling Machine, biggest internet marketing promotion in history, and we were the biggest affiliate for that promotion in history, still hold the top 4 records today in the whole business, right? We would take the position of, our goal isn't to sell you our bonus package as an affiliate. Our goal isn't to get your commission, to make a commission off for you buying from us as opposed to any other affiliate. Our goal is to help you find the best bonus package for your needs. And for you, it might be different than our bonus package. So we encourage you to go out there and line up all the different affiliates with all the different bonus packages that exist and then decide which one is best for you. Let's just help you figure out how to determine what bonus package is the best one for you. Ooh, that's powerful, isn't it? By positioning yourself as objective and informative as opposed to a salesperson, you get credibility far above and beyond and leverage and authority far above and beyond all of your competition. And by the way, all your competition, they look like jokes compared to you because you've positioned them to be beneath you because they won't do that. They won't say that. And people have this confirmation bias. They will look for things to confirm what they believe is true, more so than look for actual truth. So they have confirmation bias. If this person is so confident that they have the best solution. Let me look for ways that validate that truth in the marketplace. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.